Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Triple P, where we explore people, places, and palates. I've just spent the last few days in the beautiful city of Palermo in the region of Sicily, and I wanted to put together a video on the top 10 things that you have got to get up to when you're visiting. Let's go! What if I told you that you can have an authentic Sicilian cannoli in an ancient hidden convent in the heart of Palermo? This unique confectionery shop is located inside the church and monastery of Santa Caterina de Alessandria, which now seeks to pay homage to the ancient tradition of making pastries inside convents. The name is I Segreti di Chiostro, translated as Secrets of the Monastery, which is absolutely fitting. They've sourced a long list of nearly forgotten recipes, like the Triumph of Gluttony, a sponge cake with sweet ricotta, apricot jam, pistachios, and candied fruit, and the Sospiri di Monaca, a folded lady finger cake stuffed with whipped ricotta. But let's say the most iconic thing to order is the delicious cannoli filled with sweet ricotta cream, topped with pistachio, chocolate, and candied fruit. Now the best part is that you can enjoy your sweets in the lush open-air courtyard tiled with multicolored, traditional mosaics and beautiful plants overlooking the fountain. An ocean of serenity in the middle of the bustling historic town. One of the things that absolutely has to be on your list to understand the Sicilian way of life is to visit at least one of the 4 markets, either Ballarò, Capo, Vucciria, or Borgo Vecchio. I made my way to Capo, that dates back to the age when the Arabs ruled Palermo, and at the time served primarily as a haven for pirates and slave merchants. Take your time to explore the winding paths, walking past fishmongers, butchers, and fruit salesmen. I would also suggest sitting at one of the stalls to grab a bite to eat, perhaps something authentic like arancini, a Sicilian dish from the 10th century, which is a small ball of rice stuffed with savory fillings, coated in breadcrumbs and fried. It originated at a time when the island was under Arab rule, which is also why possibly it has a lot of resemblance to the Levantine kibbe. Did you know that Palermo is famous for and recognized as the European capital of street food? So take your time to savor the many delights found here.
Buenos días a toda la España. Aquí tenemos el mejor pescado del mundo. Tenemos frito, pasta, pescado, drink, y yo soy barman. Puedo pasar por los spritz.
Next up is Monte Pellegrino, a popular destination for both Palermo residents and visitors to the city, dotted with fragrant pine forests. The mountain is particularly popular during weekends, with many cars making their way along Via Bonanno Pietro towards the summit. Countless families come to picnic in the woods, hikers climb the mountain, believers make a pilgrimage to the chapel of Saint Rosalia. Drive by the imposing pink building which is called Castello Utveggio, a palace in neo-Gothic style, and take in the amazing scenic views of the city and port. Then head to the chapel of Saint Rosalia, the city's patron saint. Rosalia is said to have lived in the 12th century and spent most of it in a cave Monte Pellegrino, where she's said to have been a devout and prayed for the souls of Palermo's inhabitants. The chapel of Saint Rosalia is really unique, half hewn out of the rock. Before you reach the main part of the church, you walk through the craggy entrance, which holds a statue of her. Here, people leave votive offerings thanking her for wishes she has granted. They're so numerous that the priest has constantly to remove them. She is festooned with little arms and little legs, and miniature kidneys or other internal organs, specially crafted out of silver by people who have survived illnesses or injuries. She has thick sheets of handwritten thank you letters wedged in her hand. looking for panoramic views but more in the city, then I suggest you also Terrazze del Sol, which has breathtaking views of Piazza Pretoria and the Quattro Canti. It offers a dream experience for art and history lovers. Its privileged location makes it the ideal place to enjoy a delicious aperitif while getting lost in the architectural details of the surrounding monuments. The atmosphere is welcoming and relaxing, perfect for spending moments with friends and family. The staff is courteous and attentive. If you're looking for a place to immerse yourself in the beauty of Palermo while sipping a drink, this place is the perfect choice. Now, we can't be talking about Palermo and not mention its stunning beaches, in particular the Mondello beach, Sicily's most popular seascape, replete with clear waters, granita stands galore, and an unparalleled view of Monte Pellegrino. It's no secret that Mondello Sea is its star. You'd be remiss to visit the beach without taking a dip in the town's trademark turquoise waters. With views of Monte Pellegrino in your periphery, the Mondello floating experience is one of a kind. You can also rent boats, paddleboards, floats, or if you prefer to relax on the beach, then hey, why not? If you get hungry, you have some nice cafes and restaurant bars there. My friends and I ended up eating dinner and watching the Spain vs Italy football match for Euro 2024. Super fun atmosphere. One of the dishes you also can't miss out on during your time in Palermo is the pasta alla Norma, one of the most loved Sicilian first courses. Tomato sauce, fried aubergines, and sheep ricotta make it a triumph of flavors. Perfect also for vegetarians. Now, going to a puppet theater is definitely not something that I thought I would be doing during my trip. But Opera dei Pupi is so unique that we had to go. It is declared a UNESCO masterpiece of oral and intangible heritage and has been a revered art form in all of Sicily, starting in Syracuse and making its way around the island. The Opera dei Pupi in Palermo is a family business in its 5th generation now, and the puppets are all handcrafted by the men in the family. Enjoy a 45-minute performance where the puppeteers tell stories based on the medieval chivalric literature and other sources, such as Italian poems of the Renaissance, the lives of saints, and the tales of notorious bandits. Talking about unique, the Catacombe dei Cappuccini are burial catacombs that should not be missed. Today, they provide a somewhat macabre tourist attraction as well as an extraordinary historical record. A huge space with around 2,000 skeletons and mummified bodies are kept in these rooms, making the catacombs of Palermo the largest and most extraordinary collection of mummies in the world. Originally an ossuary for the monks in the 16th century, they opened it up to anyone who wanted their bodies mummified and permanently displayed. In clothes of their own choosing and for an extra fee, they would change their wardrobe periodically after death. It now has on display the corpses of some 8,000 men, women, children and babies from a time period stretching over 300 years. Last but not least, you have the stunning Cathedral of Palermo, one of the most beautiful buildings in the city. It is a UNESCO heritage site built around 1185 and reflects a mixture of different architectural styles that makes it quite unique. It has undergone so many transformations as a result of the series of different historical phases. Originally, it was a great temple consecrated to the Virgin Mary. Following the Arab conquest, it became a mosque, then converted into a Christian house of worship after the Norman settlement. The most important of these transformations was in the 18th century, which gave the Baroque space a proper neoclassical proportionality, where the dome acts as the essential balancing element. Don't forget to also check out Villa Bonanno, a beautiful garden located in the Victory Square and built in 1905 by the Mayor Bonanno, right behind the Palace of the Normans. It's the perfect place to relax, to get away from the scorching summer heat. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and do subscribe for more travel inspiration coming up. See you all on the next one.